All right, third graders, now we are on page 20 and 21, the last two pages of our social studies for the day. So we're going to think about this heading we have of communities change over time. Think about when you were in kindergarten. Are you the same now? Well, of course not. You've grown and changed. Communities change over time too. Sometimes the land changes. What was once an open field may now be a parking lot today. A small town could grow into a big city as more and more people make their homes there. New and different businesses open. A shop that sold farm supplies in the past may now be a computer store. A narrow road that was once for horses and wagons might now be a highway. One thing has not changed over time. People in every kind of community want to make the community a better place. They might work at food banks or pick up litter to make their communities a better place to live. You can find out how your community was settled and how it has changed. You can go to a local library or a nearby museum. You can look for books, maps, poems, songs, photos, letters, and newspapers about your community. Remember, you can also go online and do a huge search. Since going to a museum right now really isn't an option, and when they wrote this book, they didn't know that we were going to be in a pandemic. But you can do all of those great things online to find out about our community. You could interview people who have lived in your community for a long time. Find out about people who first settled there and people who have buildings and roads named after them. Tell the story of your community. And that makes me think about when talking about buildings named after people. Our old John Strange School was named after a man who donated the land for that school. So it's neat how certain parts of our communities have stories that go back and back regarding them. Now it says in your book, it says circle something that is the same in both of these pictures. So you could kind of look at this picture of the Florida State Capitol in 1972 and then how it looks in present day. A fun thing to do would be to do a search online for things like pictures of Indianapolis, but put a date on it from 50 years ago, maybe 75 years ago, and compare what it looks like over time. Even if you did that just for the property that Clearwater's on, 2 years ago, there would have been a different building here. Now, on the next page, you've got three things you can look at doing. We've got generalizing. Write one fact that supports this generalization that people in a community want to help make it a better place. What is something you see in the community that you know people want it to be better? The next part. Describe two ways that communities can grow and change over time. Think about that and write it on line 5. And line 6, write about 3 jobs people in the community have and how these jobs make the community better. And at the very last part, you can stop. I need help with. This is where you might understand something you're not sure about. Something that you have a question about. And good, now that you know something that you know now that maybe you didn't know before. All right, did a great job following along, getting all those filled in. Remember to make sure that discussion gets done as well.